Bonjour, bonjour. It's like she's back. Yes. All right. I'm back to using my laptop, so we'll see if anything is different. I was using my phone for a while. Buenos dias. Good morning, Greta. Ooh, bright and early. Buenos dias. Yeah, you know, yesterday, what did I do? Oh God, two Spanish classes, went to two stores. So I was feeling a little tired. And then my legs started to feel weak again. I'm like, oh no, I bet my blood pressure is low. It was lower. My pressure was 104 over 70 yesterday. It's like, what? Listen, you guys, I don't know. I'm still investigating why my blood pressure is low because I have a history of high blood pressure. I know I haven't taken any medications for a while because, a lot of us being here in Panama, people have been taking off their medications. You just have a much better quality of life and you less stress even though we can't live in a bubble, we're stressed about everything happening at home. But it's like, I don't know why my pressure is low. So I'm staying hydrated, just making sure, because, just like you can have issues with high blood pressure, you don't want it to be too low either. And I have had patients that we had to put on sodium tablets. They had to take salt because sometimes their salt level is not, because if you don't have a lot of salt your brain will swell, so you're gonna have to kind of everything in moderation. So I think after my birthday what I want to do is just go get some labs. You can go to any laboratory here and just say you want these labs. I haven't had labs in a couple of years, so it's time just to see where everything is. Bonjour, bonjour. How are you today? Again, it's Sunday. We are grateful. And then we're going to keep stretching this body, making sure it's supple. And I realized last night I left a door open. I thought it was really nice and fresh at night. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, goodness. Yes. So we're down to 9 days left in the challenge. 9 days. Come on, let's move the body. All right. So we go for hypertension to hypotension. Actually, if the top number is above 100, it's still okay. Now it gets to in the 90s and the 80s, that's definitely too low. Okay. So, all right, and keeping an eye on it. Let's move. Oh, this one is good. Try to do this one. You see, your legs are good. It's good for your ankles. It's like you're dancing, right? Dancing through the music. Right. Let us stretch. Oh. I like to switch things up a bit. This is a nice one. Oh. Stretching this one here, your butt. Oh, so good. And then turn. Oh, woo. You feel that? Oh, I do. All right, let's go again. The other side. Stretch. Go down. Oh. Keep breathing. And turn. Oh. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. Ugh. Breathe. Breathe. Yes. And forward. Mm. So today, I decided I'm going to make a mega salad. I'm going to megasize it. To me, a salad is just putting a bunch of ingredients together, right? Um, and of course, I say that's the only place I can be creative because I'm not creative in other space than in the kitchen. All right, all the way up. Oh, put your chin down. Oh, and stretch your sternocleidomastoid. That's what we call that muscle there. Oh, pull. And now giving thanks. Don't forget to give thanks. We have to give thanks. Oh, stretch it, stretch. Oh. All right, put your arms out and pull. You forcibly pulling yourself to the side. Pull. Ugh. And pull back. Whew. I love it. Now lace your fingers and come down. And up. We've done this one before. Breathe and stretch. Move it up further if you can. Woo. Yeah. Come back up. We're gonna do a few of those like we do. We'll do like about 10. One, up. Two, arms up. Two. Ugh. Woo. I like it. And three, up. Forward. Forward. Don't forget to breathe. 4, up. Are you feeling those? 5, and up. Strengthen your legs. And 6, and up. Breathe. And 7, up. And 8, up. Like your shoulder blades are almost touching. And 9, last one, and 10. All right. Now lower your hands and curve your shoulders. You feel that? Wow. I love it. All right. Let's lower the arms. And let those shoulders that you just tightened, let them rest. And this is the greater move. Breathe. And your legs are nice and strong. And you're looking up, forward. And bend the knees. Oh, wasn't that amazing, you guys? Woo! I love it. Air on. My fan. Yes. Continue with the shoulders. This is Stretch Sunday. And the other one. Nice. And your neck. Be intentional about releasing all the stress. Breathe, breathe. And the thyroid. Don't fall if you close your eyes. It could happen. Relax the shoulders and down. Woo. I like it. Now let's stretch the side. 2, 3, 4. Really stretch. 5, 6, woo, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, woo, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Really, really good. Now let's go up. Oh. And stretch. Stretch. And stretch. Keep breathing. You are consciously pulling yourself up like somebody has a cord and just pulling you up. Last one. Good. Let's go back to our sun salute. Straight up. And down. Grab your ankles. And stretch your lower back gently. And up to the knees. Looking straight ahead. Bend the knees. This is number 2. Up. Giving thanks for waking us up. Someone said that a thankful heart is like medicine for the soul. And down. Grab your ankles. Curve your shoulders and exaggerate the stretch to the upper back and the lower back, the back of the legs. We're always stretching these legs. And up, 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 up. Look straight ahead. Bend the knees. And the last one, and we're going to go down. All the way up. All the way. Pull. Pull. You're pulling yourself up. And down. Now you know what's coming. We're going to walk our hands up. I'm addicted to this stretch too. And come down and look up. There is a yoga pose that is similar to this one. I don't know what it's called. But this one is about strengthening, right? 1. And pull back. Walk your hands back. You know, we work in 3s. And rock yourself front and back. Rock yourself front and back. That's amazing. And let's come back up. Walk up. And pull yourself up. Look up. You feel the strength in your arms, your buttocks, your lower back. Yes. Woo! Good morning, everyone. Come on. We got one more. Walk yourself back. And rock. Front and back. Front and back. All right, the last one. And down. On your toes. Come on. You got this. And back. All right. Now you're doing a good stretch because your hands are flat on the ground. You are getting more flexible. You should be getting more flexible. All right. Look all the way up. Straight ahead. And bend your knees and up. Woo! That is amazing. Are you feeling warmed up? I am. But you know, we're just about stretching today because today's Sunday. That's what we do. We stretch our bodies. Oh, and I'm stretching right here too. All right. Whew. I'm feeling nice and warm. Excelente. We had a fun class yesterday. Our Spanish classes. I just love being with those ladies. It's so much fun. Oh, I think, people are asking me about the classes, so I need to, my last class, I was waiting to have 5 people. I ended up with 3, and then somebody, stopped, so I'm down to 2. To me, it's not a good use of my time to have only 2 students in my class, but if I'm committed to you, I'm going to show up. You know that. Today is day 67 of our challenge. Can you believe we've been doing this for 67 days? Wow. I can. All right. So now we're going to be doing some crunching. I know it's what do we call that? It's stretch day, but this is not hard. It's not going to be putting any pressure on your legs, which is not a bad thing because we talk about how this is good for your big bones. You're building strength in your legs when you walk in place. So if you're in your house and you're trying to think of something to do as a postmenopausal woman, go ahead and do these. That contact with the concrete is good. That's why walking and running are so good for you to strengthen your bones, right? All right. So we're going to crunch, just moving our feet and then just doing like stand-up abs, right? All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Intentional. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 10 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm always working on those abs, okay? And you should too. All right, let's go. Now, we're going to also work on the abs again. We're going to go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Come on. 2, 3, 4. You feel those. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. These are good for your abs. All right, so you can do standing abs and you can do those. I don't know what we call those. Waking up the body, right? So let's continue with the stretching. Power stance, power base, right? Let's straighten out the legs in warrior one. I think that's what they call it. Stretch, intentionally pulling yourself to the side. And then we're going to bring one arm to the other side. 1, as much as you can, right? 2, it's not gonna go all the way. 3, ooh, and then stay there for a second or 2. 4, 1, 2. 5, 1, 2. 6, 1, 2. 7, 1, 2. 8, 1, 2. 9, 1, 2. And the last one, 10, 1, 2. Did you feel those? I just made it up. So good, so good. All right, warrior one again. We're gonna stretch to one side, hand on the thigh, and go for a straight line up. Not like this, but up, right? Whew. All right, I feel like my legs are moving on the tile. Let's come back. Because if I go like this here online, it's not gonna be a good thing. I'm keeping an eye on my legs, okay? Warrior one. Straighten out the leg, they have to be straight, right? And hand on the thigh, and a straight line. Straight line. You feel it, and you're tightening the core. Woo. And come back. My leg keeps moving. No bueno. I don't want to do a split for you because it wouldn't be pretty. Then I wouldn't be able to get up. I'd be doing that. I'm falling and I can't get up. Woo. Breathe. That was good. So warrior one, I forgot what warrior two looks like, but I know that one is a good one. Because you know what yoga does? It just wants you to stretch and be limber, right? So that your muscles, your joints, it's almost like you're dancing, flowing together. All right, let's go. Power pose. Maybe not so wide because I don't want my legs to go out that way, but still, I want them to be like this. And we're gonna go down as much as we can. Pull the hands up and go 1. Remember, if you don't do any exercises, just do squats. 3, 4, slow and intentional. 5, and squeeze your butt on the way up. 6, 7, 8, 9, squeeze, squeeze, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, wow, 16, feels good, 17, come on, go down, 18, squeeze, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, breathe, 27, 28, 29, 30, and we hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ow, ow, ow. Whew. I don't know why those were so hard today, because my legs were weak with the low blood pressure yesterday. Whew. That is so good. So good. 25. We have 5 more minutes. All right. I think we can do, that's another strength exercise. We're going to do, I'm saying here in case I'm wobbly, right? We're going to lift the leg up. And I looked at myself last time I did it. The legs are supposed to be higher, right? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And bring it back up. Whew. You feel that? Good for your leg and good for your butt, your cheek. All right. We can't hang onto a chair. Remember, always have a chair. And I have tiles, so I have to be careful. If you have carpet, it's better, right? All right, let's go. I want to be able to look to see how high I raise my leg. Yeah, it should be like a nice straight line like this. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, the best way to do it is to have the opposite arm out, but my balance is not that good today, so I'm not going to chance it and hurt myself. You know, you should always be in tune with your body. If your body says one day don't overdo it, don't overdo it, okay? Because otherwise you can get injured. And I see people, they feel a certain way, and they say, we're going to push through. Well, you do you, sis. I am not telling you to do that. All right? I'm telling you my pressure is dropping, whether it's the regular exercise or what. So I'm being intentional about drinking my fluid, right? Because I have to maintain the vascular volume, the fluid in my blood vessels, right? But it seems like the pressure in my blood vessel is down. Whether it's the constant exercising, I don't know. But whatever the cause, I'll take it. Better than high blood pressure, right? And of course, my pants are a little bit looser, which is good. All right, guys. All right. Down again, because just, how much I love working my quads and my inner thighs. And then nice shaped legs are just as pretty as nice shaped arms, right? So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to lift both of them together and hold for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My legs wanting to do this. I don't know why. Oh my gosh. Stop it. Wouldn't that be something if I fall on my face right here on live? Oh my goodness. I know you still laugh and love me, which is okay. I laugh at myself too, as long as I don't get injured. Breathe. Oh, this is so good. So good, so good. Ah, yikes. If you need to do it a little longer, go ahead. Do what you need to do. Listen to your body. And this is something that is so important, being in tune. You know, a lot of times I read stories of people who develop a disease and they said, oh, I had symptoms for years, but I never paid any attention to it. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? As women, okay, let's pull back a little bit. Oh, so good for the shoulders. Ow. Oh. Bring it to center. Oh, that's another stretch. So good. All right. Up and then pull back, and then your face, your chin is coming forward, and your arms are straight and pulling back. You feel it. Whew. One last one. Up. You know I have a crooked arm. I think it's this one. Yeah. And then up and bring your face forward and down. You feel the stretch. And to center. Wow. Okay. All right. Down to one side. Don't rush through this. You need to stretch your neck muscles, especially if you work online. All right. Down. Relax. And I used to have regular massages too. I don't anymore, but I'm gonna get one for my birthday. Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna have myself a Thai massage. There's a place here that comes highly recommended, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it's my birthday. I need the massage, and then so I can come home. I don't like bath, but if you do like bath with some bath salts and the bubbly thing and just relax, be kind to yourself. Treat your body. Pamper yourself, right? Gonna get a mani pedi. I don't usually get manicures because my hands are in food all the time, and I don't want to have to worry about my nails. No. So if I do get a manicure just for the cuticles, then I always say brillante, just to clean stuff. And then it falls off after a day or two anyway. So you'll never see. I mean, I did before when I worked in corporate. I would have it, and then I even did the gel thing one time. I had the gel for like a year, and then I got tired of having to go and watching these people put that stuff on my nails. And I'm like, what's in that thing? And I started thinking, I'm like, okay, no mas. So when I went to say I want them off, they were like, oh, the Vietnamese, yeah. I'm like, yes, I don't want it. But then when it fell off, my nails got so brittle. So brittle. All right, let's push forward. And they were like breaking left and right, breaking like up to the cuticle, and there was pain. And I was like, I will never, ever put that stuff on my finger again. I haven't. And so, if you see my nails, they look pretty nice. It took me a while. I was doing the dipping in whatever thing they told me to strengthen it because my nails were so brittle. You had to soak them in something, I don't remember. But I said no more, no mas. And I have not had anything on my nails. I have some nail polish. If I do my toes myself, I'll put it on my toes. But my hands, nada. Nada. And I like it. Plus, that stuff costs money. Money that I don't have. I see people with all their pretty nails, and I'm like, okay. But a lot of them don't cook either. But some people cook and have nails. It's like being a nurse. You want to be a nurse and you want to have these fake claws. That's not gonna go. When I was in nursing school, just even like I was in culinary school, you weren't allowed to have long nails. There was something on TikTok or some of those things on social media the other day. This girl, I'm not gonna say where I thought she was from, but she was not from this continent. And she had some really long claws and, with the glitter and bling on it. And she said her boss told her she couldn't take care of patients, with those. That girl came on social media and was blasting the place. She said, "You don't get to tell me what I wear, what I don't wear, because it's not stated clearly in your policy or whatever." And I'm like, the nerve. These are the nurses we have now. But I tell you though, the fact that she put herself out there, we let her have it. It's like, girl, I'm a supervisor. I said you wouldn't be working for me with those claws because they're dangerous. You can hurt patients unless you never touch a patient, and they harbor bacteria. Ew. No, no, honey, you would not be working. You would not be working on my floor, on my team. And then she felt so entitled to go on social media. People go on social media and put everything out there thinking that they're going to get people to say, oh, yeah, they have no right to tell you what to wear. If I'm paying your salary, yes, I can tell you you can't wear that. Everything is like my right to this, my right to do that. But are you really a nurse? Did you go into nursing to help patients? And I'm like, this is not a fashion show. You are not having what do they call that? A photo shoot. And she had her makeup on, her hair. We couldn't do all that. We could wear studs. You could wear a band. I could not wear that if I was a nurse. You can have your wedding band, and that was it. No heavy perfume. No, 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 no. You're not there trying to impress people. Anyway, I got off my soapbox because I was so upset as a nurse to see that person saying, well, they can tell me I can't wear these clothes, I can have them because it's my right. No, it's not your right. You chose to be a nurse. Stop it. Ugh. I get so mad. People in their rights. OMG. Good morning, ladies. I have to put a pin in my leg. Why do you have to do that, Greta? Buen dia, Miss Boots. Denise, good morning. Killer Queen, you're here. Oh my God. Deborah, good morning. Monica, Adeline, I think I've seen your name before. But anyway, Mrs. Jeffers, good morning. Good morning. It's just that, oh, I think what I always say. Everything there has to be a balance, right? And if you make a decision to enter into some kind of relationship or into a workplace, you got to know what's expected. Why would you want go in there and start bucking the trend? Because I know if she were to bring a lawsuit, there'll be a lawyer out there, one of those crooked lawyers. I know plenty of them. You lost weight. Yes, Greta. Oh my God. That's amazing. Yes, you will lose weight if you're consistent. Yes, ma'am, you will. But, and then she's like, you can't tell me. These are the people you don't want to be on your team because, and I've owned businesses for like, let's see, I had the agency for 13 years and then I went back and forth, maybe 15 years. I think the hardest thing of being an entrepreneur to me, of owning a business, is managing people. Oh my God. It's not how hard the work is. It's not, I didn't care working 7 days a week, being on call 24/7. That was nothing compared to the shenanigans and the craziness I had to go to with people. Their attitude, they're lazy. You know what? They don't want to work. They want the paycheck, right? And then the attitude. I had this little lady. I told you. I don't know if I told you, but I used to send people in to sit with little older people, to do respite or companionship. This older lady who was probably my age, she was a sitter companion, and she was sitting with this lady. And of course, the people who can afford to have you come sit with them, they have some money. And we're not begrudging that because if they didn't, they wouldn't hire me, my people. So one day, I don't know where I was, my assistant called me. She said, "Oh, Miss Maggie, we're in trouble." And I'm like, "Oh, Lord." And as a business owner, everything stops here and you carrying the load and you are it, especially if you're a single person. Greta, wow. Good for you. What? So that's how many pounds now? Let's say 16, 26 pounds, 28 pounds? Wow, that is amazing. Let's clap for our sister Greta. Oh my God. She's really putting in the work. Oh, you got to put a pin in your legging because they're too loose. Okay, okay. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, I'm almost ready to cry. I'm not taking credit for it, Greta. I know. But I am rejoicing for you, sister. I am. Walking daily. Well, they say that it works. Oh, wow. That is amazing. Good, good job. Keep it up. But this lady, when my assistant called me, and I'm like, "What is it?" She said, "This attorney called her and told her that one of our employees had been taking money from this little old lady with dementia." So I'm like, "Oh my God." And of course, I had to take myself out there because the buck stops here, right? When you're a business or whatever I do, if my name is on there, I'm responsible and I take responsibility. So I sat there and the lawyer, because he was like, what do they call those people who kind of managing, I forgot the term, but they manage the finances of a senior who is not able to care for themselves. So he's managing the money, he's paying her bills, and he's paying me to sit with her so she can have somebody to talk to. But the people who telling you they go to church every day, yeah, no. The caseworker is the person, but the attorney who manages her business, they have a name for him. But anyway, so he showed me canceled checks that were made to my employee. There was $200 here, $300 there, 250 here, 250 there. I think all about it was like maybe $1,200 she had sniffed off that little old lady. First of all, I don't think the lady should be having a checkbook, right? But that's me. So he's saying, "Why is my client writing check to your employee?" And I'm like, "I apologize, sir. I have no idea." And you know how you feel when you're sitting across the desk from an attorney, and then he's telling you that the person who's your employee is taking money from this little old lady. So of course I had to call the lady in. Well, she knew what was what, and she comes in with an attitude, sitting there. I said, "So and so." I said, "You know why you're here?" "Yes." And I said, why would this lady be writing you checks?" She said, "Well, I was talking to her, telling her that, school was starting and I didn't have money to buy uniform for my son and the rent was short 1 month. And she loved me. She kept writing checks to help me." And I'm like, "And you thought it was okay?" She said, "Well, no one told me it was wrong." And I'm like, "But ma'am," first of all, there is a policy that you don't accept cash, money, and gifts from a patient. Well, she said, "Well, she told me." I reminded her of her daughter. The lady had dementia, okay? And this lady was taller than me and as black as I am. My patient was a little 4'8" little white lady with blonde hair. Make that make sense? I said, "Ma'am, even if there wasn't a policy, but your conscience should tell you." And that happens all the time in caring for older people. That's why now, as we start getting older, I'm trying to put things in place so you don't get taken by these people. Trustee, yeah, I think trustee could be one. Yes, but yeah, you do have lawyer groups who they do that. They manage your assets. But anyway, so of course I had to fire this lady. And she said, if you take any kind of legal action against me, I'm calling my lawyer. She's calling her lawyer on that lawyer. I was like, the nerve! This woman had the gall to tell me after you try to take advantage of a little old, somebody with dementia who doesn't have the ability to make a decision. Oh, she said I reminded her of her daughter. I mean, listen, it took everything I had not to burst out laughing in that session. I'm like, people are crooked out there. Oh my God. And power of attorney is the form that you fill out. It will come to me, I'll tell you. But I had another employee, another little lady with dementia, because that I was a home care worker company, so we took care of a lot of people who are older. And just like I said in my presentation, dementia is very common. This other one, Maria, I'll never forget her. I love Maria. The patients absolutely adored her. Some people just have a knack for older people like me. I love older people like me. I'm an older person now, so I hope I find somebody who loves me and don't want to take advantage of me. Oh my God. One day I got a call from one of Maria's daughters, and she's like, well, I was just visiting my mom, and she was talking to me and told me that somebody named Maria had her co-sign something for her to buy a house or a mobile home. And I'm like, what? Maria was going to buy a little mobile home, and she didn't have enough money or whatever. And she asked my patient, who also had a history of dementia, to co-sign as a guarantor. Do you guys see why I ended up, after a while, when my business flooded? Listen, if you never own a business, don't, because it is a bear. The responsibilities, the stuff you deal with on one end, and then the people you hire to do the work trying to do you in. That's why if I want to do anything right now as somewhat of a business, I'm doing it. I'm not hiring anybody. I may hire a virtual assistant to do some paperwork or whatever, but the bulk of the work, I want to be responsible for what I produce, because let me tell you. So, what do I say to that poor woman who said that my employee was trying to get her mother to co sign and become financially responsible? So when you see they get one and they have that one in shackles, you have hundreds that are not being caught. And that is the stuff that is going on as we get older. And listen, ladies, sometimes it's not strangers, it's their own kids. Now, if they're taking their money and their social security check is one thing, but if they take care of her, they don't isolate her, they feed her, I may turn a blind eye. But when you're taking a senior's assets, their money, to hurt them, and you're neglecting them, that's what, in Florida, I have to give Florida their props. It's not a favorite place of mine, even though I live there. They have a lot of shenanigans that I have nothing to do with. But they really have laws to try to protect seniors. If we find an employee who's done that to a senior and we report it to the state, they put them on the blacklist. They'll never be able to work with seniors again. But because we have so many seniors, there are a lot of crooks out there wearing whites and taking care of taking advantage of these people. But it was like ongoing, day in and day out, day in and day out. And after a while, I got tired. I'm like, I'm putting out too many fires on those people who have no conscience. I mean, the majority of my employees were, oh my God, I still have employees that right now, if I go back home, I'm like, I'm gonna be in town, we get together, we have lunch, and we were a family. Because just like you, I'm here with you, that's the way I run my business. We're families. You say, Miss Maggie, I have this coming on, I have to take off, and I'm like, go. And I had a girl, and she probably listening. She was my assistant, and smart girl, smart girl. She had made some decisions that weren't as smart, but she had kids, and she had one with autism, and she needed time to go and pick up her kids or whatever. And I would say, go, go. And another employee got mad at me. She's like, oh, you're just letting her get away with everything. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? She's a single mom and she needs the time off. What am I going to say? No, you got to do your work while your kid is just sitting out there with. Come on, be a human. And I've always been a human, whether it's right here or whether it's in my business. And that's why I say I could never be a millionaire, because I have a conscience and there was nothing I was going to do if it was to push me to get this contract or whatever. People were sleeping with other people just to get a referral. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I decided a long time ago that I'm going to do the straight and narrow. If that straight and narrow doesn't take me where I need to go, so be it. But I sleep well at night. When I go to bed, oh my God, my conscience is clear, whether it's with my patients, with my referrals, with my contractors, whoever, because I did not bend the rules. I did not say, oh, well, let me lie on this little line here and then I can get this. No, ma'am, it's not worth it. So you have to look at yourself in the mirror every day and say, am I the best person I can be today? That's how I live my life. That's how I live my life. So when I giggle, those giggles are real, they're genuine, okay? That's because there is nothing sitting on this heart here to say, oh, Maggie, you did this. You're not supposed to do that. No, ma'am. And like I said, if I do something to upset you, please let me know. And I'll say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. When I was younger, I was a bit arrogant, I think, and I was unforgiving. I had an unforgiving heart. If somebody did something to me, oh my God, I carried that. And I felt a sense of pride that I was carrying that thing back, carrying it. It's like, look what she did to me. She's awful. Until I realized that I'm the one being weighted down with this. I need to let it go to that person and say, I forgive you. If they accept it, yes. If they don't, fine. But I'm released. That's why I have no shackles holding me down. No. When you see me giggling, this is true. This is because I don't have a care in the world. I do worry about finances sometimes, but every time I worry, God shows a way. He shows up in ways that I never intended. And I'm like, why do you keep doing that? I asked for this and you give me this and this and this and this. I don't understand. But that's the way it works. So I'm on a faith journey when things I worry about, and I'm like, Maggie, but can you look back and see how he worked this out? Why are you worried again? But sometimes I do worry. I'm not perfect. But I refuse to carry a burden of somebody else for something I did or something I knew was wrong and I did it. No, I'm not doing that. It's not worth it. Not. Okay. See, I'm running my mouth again. But I hope you appreciate these little chats. Yeah, I love my seniors. But now that I'm a senior, so I'm trying to get things in place so that I don't have anybody taking advantage of me or my sisters who are in my little circle. All right, ladies, we have 9 days to go. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Oh, yeah, 9 days to go. And on the 8th, which is the eve of my birthday, we're going to have, you're welcome, Killer Queen. We're going to have a smoothie party. So make sure you have a little something to blend. We're going to have a green smoothie that we call Skin Tonic. And I don't know where to post that recipe. I'm going to put it on the page, on the YouTube page that says post. All right. So I'll post the recipe there, and then we can have a smoothie party. Hey, listen, this is a health thing, wellness. No chicken wings, even though we're gonna have chicken wings today. Shh. But they're gonna be baked. Does that make it better? So today I'm making a huge salad, and I'm gonna make the chicken wings. Chicken wings are easy. You just have to decide what kind of sauce you're gonna have with it. And of course, we're not gonna do ranch or anything that is too high in fat, right? But the salad is gonna be amazing. I have all kinds of things in it. Quarter pointed guardians. Yeah, those are volunteers that, especially for kids, that kind of look over people's lives, so to speak. Listen, in Florida, we had a lady who was a social worker, and she was a guardian, an appointed legal guardian to like 300, what we call them, not at risk seniors, but seniors, fragile or whatever, who didn't have any family, and she was managing their social securities and their expenses. So she had people under her to manage, pay the rent, the doctors, and food and all that kind of stuff. Guess what? She was taking money from those people as well, and she was arrested. And you see what I mean? Everybody sees a way to leash off these poor people. Where's your conscience? They are dependent on you. They're fragile. And they had to arrest her because they found out she was taking money out of those people's account. Ugh. If you know you have a weakness for money and you like to spend money that you don't have, don't go into business like that. Don't put yourself out there saying, I'm the guardian for these people. Don't do that. Thank you, Dee, for the like. I appreciate it. Thank you, ladies. All right, I'm gonna go off. You guys, buenos. Oh, navigating with Nana. You just showed up. Good morning, Nana. Oh, I started watching your video this morning. I was laughing so hard, especially with when you got to the van and all that kind of stuff. I didn't go that far. I did not do that kind of research and try those different things. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, you should put that in the book now, Nana. All right, ladies. You sure did. You have, girl, and now you're in paradise. Everybody, and I'm beginning with Nana. She is in Colombia, and her stories are amazing. Her channel is growing. Congratulations, Nana. But this channel stuff is like it goes in spurts. Sometimes you put some videos out there and they do amazing, and some of the time, I decided I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna look at it. If it happens, it happens. All right, guys. So have a beautiful day. God loves you, you know that. But just understand that not everybody out there is a good human. There are a lot of people out there, and on the surface, they look really genuine. And then when you know about them, such a disappointment. And I think that's one thing for me. When I know somebody is, and I'm looking at that person, I'm like, oh, what a beautiful soul. And then all of a sudden, you hear the stuff, and you're like, uh, but then again, I tell myself, why are you surprised? It's the human element. It's the human element. So I guard my heart that way so the disappointment doesn't take me down a dark path. That's why you don't put 110% of your trust in humans. Put it in God, because human will disappoint you every time. Whether it's your children, whether it's your boo, your husband. I'm staying away for those. But it will disappoint you. So don't be so sad and upset when it happens. Just say, oh, okay. Well, I expected it because he's a human being. Remember what I always say, we have the seeds of goodness and the seeds of evil in each one of us. You choose which one you want to water, which one you want to grow. It's your decision. All right, guys. Have a beautiful day. God loves you. You know I love you. Au revoir, la prochaine. Bye.